Greetings and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings. This is me, Oberon, with what I hope may be a semi-regular feature for the Halloween season. It's my Dark Decks and Volume 1. And so I'm going to be looking at my very darkest themed decks. Some I have not used at all for any of the readings we do here at TFT, whether it's for clients or for our shows. I haven't even unboxed them, possibly. They are newer decks, but they're not very brand new. So the first deck that I'm working with is the Goetica, and I'm going to show a picture of the box. I don't have the cover of the box here, but it's very much a big concept in terms of ceremonial kind of based look at the tarot cards, with emphasis on what I guess would be the demons, the ceremonial angelic or otherwise beings that are summoned in high magic. And so this deck is elaborately cataloged. I mean, you'll see when I start showing them. But first of all, I should mention that, of course, it is a Lo Scarebeo deck. It has a nice box. I don't have the lid here. The lid, it's one of those kind like that. So it sort of sits in a little receptacle. The lid's over on the other table, and I'm not going to stop the camera. But it has, you know, cool ceremonial stars on the sides, including, of course, those ones. There's a nice booklet that has, I guess you would call it, a chart or diagram of how these things all work out. Like I said, it's rather elaborate, so I'm just going to start showing them because I don't see the likelihood I'm going to be using them for a lot of the regular readings at TFT. They really seem to speak to a specific use. I could see people being interested in using these cards for very deeper meditations about the forces that are contained here, the 78 or so daemon or angelic beings, ceremonial usage of them. So let's get into it then. And the numbering is even off too. They're not numbered at all like a major and minor arcana. They're strictly numbered 1 through 78. But as you will see, there's also all the other indicators to tell where they are placed in the nominal tarot. It's just that proceeding from the number 1 through 78 is quite a different order. So I'm going to do my best to kind of explain some of that. Okay, so card number 1 in this deck is actually the King of Wands, which is indicated over here to the side. There's some other astrological information. There is the actual demon's name, Baal, B-A-E-L, Baal, Baal. And of course, that is apparently a sort of depiction of them in some sort of casting circle. So, like I said, this is actually considered the King of Wands. So, how interesting is that? And then the next card, card 2, is the Page of Wands, and the demon's name is Agares. And I got a lot of glare from this camera here. I don't know if I should shoot it or what. But as you can see, the art is very much black and white and gray and highly detailed. It's very detailed kind of art. I mean, you see muscle tone and hair and everything on these. Okay, so then the next card is card 3. It's the Four of Wands. And the demon's name is Visago. And of course, anybody who remembers their Mastering Witchcraft by Paul Hewson would remember that Visago is a entity or demon that can be conjured into a sort of scrying stone and can be employed for otherworldly messages or conjurations. So there you have that. And then the Queen of Pentacles, so we jump, card 4, the Queen of Pentacles, and of course queens are number 13, so you get the number 13 there. Demon named Gamajin, not sure if I'm pronouncing those right. Okay, so we're going to pick up the pace. Card 5 is the Hierophant, just as it is in regular decks. Demon named Maras. Card 6 is the Fool. Demon named Valfor. Then 7 is the 8 of Swords, Ammon. Looks like a sort of owl entity, or a demon with owl aspects. 8 is the 9 of Swords, Barbatos. I think I've heard of this one before too. I'm not sure if he's also a conjured demon mentioned in Mastering Witchcraft. Nine is the 10 of Swords, Paimon. Ten is the King of Cups, Buer. And I like it. It's kind of like got a lion's face. And I suppose that's the thing about the daemons and the beings there, that they have some really varied aspects that liken them to a lot of the mythological kind of things that were created, stories around the time of their invention or their discovery, however you look at that. Card 11 is Temperance. 11 being Temperance is kind of interesting. I like that. And the demon's name is Gusian. A little bit of human. The Queen of Cups is number 12, Citri. Almost has an Eastern cast to it. And she does look a bit demonic there. The 5 of Wands is card 13, Beleth. And some of the images show what are possibly human worshippers or human-based entities that serve the being there, but the being is obviously that larger winged critter hovering over there. Card 14 is the 6 of Wands, Lara. And he or she looks kind of dark. I see a moon and a Gemini symbol on the card. Card 15 is the 7 of Wands, Elagos. Card 16 is Knight of Pentacles, Zepar. The artwork is stunning, truly. Card 17 is Page of Pentacles. And we just get a nice pentacle there. The demon's name is Botis or Batis. Card 18, the 10 of Pentacles, Bathin. And it's like a horse with large spider legs. These things are really ooky. I think I'll stick to non-ceremonial magic for the most part. Card 19 is the 2 of Swords, Celeos. Card 20 is the 3 of Swords, Person. (21) Marax is the 4 of Swords. 22 is Strength, Major Arcana 11, Ipos. And it's interesting. It's sort of like a swan-like being, but there are some other aspects there that make it interesting. Card 23, the Six of Cups. Aim. I don't know if it's pronounced that way, A-I-M. And the Moon, Major Arcana 18, is card 24, Nibirius. Well, that's a moonish sounding name if you ask me. I believe I've heard of this one too, but I'm not sure where. You know, early in my explorations of mysticism, and I mean literally back in the 60s when I was 12 to 13, most of the books that were available were more about ceremonial magic than actual witchcraft that we now know. There wasn't a lot of Wicca back then. But I was Wiccan, or saw myself as being Wiccan. But I looked at a lot of these, and I am remembering a number of the names of these beings, and they figure into various charts. Some of them have strong astrological aspects or components, and some of them are just very ceremonial. I just thought I'd mention that. I'm certainly no expert, but I'm not unfamiliar. All right, the Eight of Wands, card 25, is a demon by the name of Glazia Labolas. And that has a very ethnic, maybe, kind of sound to it. I don't know. It's an interesting hybrid critter. Most of these are kind of hybrid demons. And I believe that's their classical appearances. Major Arcana 20, Judgment, is number 26, Rune. The Ten of Wands, card 27, Ranove. Looks like a Reaper type figure there. The Two of Pentacles, card 28, Berith. Almost looks like Ozzy in full Prince of Darkness mode. King of Pentacles, Astaroth, card 29. Now, many of us are familiar with Astaroth. He may be one of the more often conjured or invoked entities in most of magic, Wiccan, black magic, other kinds of magic. He is, of course, a sort of fallen angel like Lucifer and the others, I believe. That's the best way to look at some of these guys. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Four of Pentacles, card 30 is Furnius, or Furnus. Almost looks like a clockworkish kind of item. Page of Swords, 31, Feroz. A thoughtful demon writing. More traditional looking. King of Swords, Asmodee, number 32. And I've heard of Asmodee too. I'm not sure if he is Asmodeus. I think that could actually be a separate demon. Or maybe not. Seven of Swords, card 33, Gape, G-A-A-P, Gape or Gop. Wielding a sword with 3 points. Page of Cups, card 34, Furfur. And this one almost looks like, well, I was going to say, I thought it was a goat at first, and I was thinking of Odin. But it's not a goat, it's a deer. Okay, the Nine of Cups. Marcosius, number 35. Nice. And Ten of Cups, card 36. Stolas. Two of Wands is card 37, Phoenix. I love that big black hole there. Black hole sun. Love it. Okay, then the Three of Wands, card 38, is Helios. The Tower, card 39, Malthus. I want to linger on that one for a moment. Five of Pentacles, card 40, Raum, R-A-U-M. Six of Pentacles, 41, Folklore. Seven of Pentacles, 42, Vapor. Don't go swimming at dark. Knight of Swords, card 43, Sabnak. Ooh, I get chills from this, and I don't know. The Knight of Swords I don't have a special affinity for, but it's something about this card. You know, knights should be on horses, so I imagine that's just different for the demon. The moon in the background. It's quite interesting. 13, that's the Queen of Swords. It's card 44, Shax. Now, whoever figured out how they wanted to align these various energies, I mean, you have astrological things, you have the tarot energies, you have demonic names or associations, and then it's numbered 1 through 78. I mean, it's rather genius, but like I said, it's so complicated it probably works more for people who are used to really ceremonial stuff. Okay, the Sun, Major Arcana 19, and it's card 45, 4 and 5 is 9, Vine or Vinay. I like it. Okay, the Two of Cups is card 46 by Franz. Franz. And there's a little bit of snake in this one, or whatever that is. Yow. Three of Cups, card 47, Vool. Four of Cups, card 48, Hegente, and definitely a traditional looking demon there. The book doesn't give any idea about how to use these for anything demonic or ceremonial, so it clearly is for a seasoned person in those respects in terms of tarot even. Queen of Wands, number 49, Procel. The Hermit, Major Arcana 9, is card 50, Firkus. And of course, you know, I can't get super close to the camera. There's too much glare going on. So the detail in the artwork is fabulous. You would really want to see this up front if you have any interest at all in this kind of a deck. The Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana 10, is 51, Balaam. Balaam is one of those demons I believe I've heard of before. You know, modern day witches do conjure demons, sometimes because of the specific province that a demon, a demonic energy is associated with, to the point that it could grant favors or work its energies or assist your energies. Depends on how you look at it, I suppose. I'm of the mind that it's a little bit of all of that. Eight of Pentacles, card 52, Aloses. So I guess what I'm getting at is that in Catholics and maybe some other forms of worship, there is a multi-layering of divinity that might seem similar enough to the idea of different entities or saints or demons being in charge of different provinces of life, whether it's about, you know, animals like Saint Francis, or whether it's about, you know, settling lawsuits like a particular demon might be. And I know there was one I was thinking of, but I can't remember it at the moment. Nine of Pentacles, card 53, Caim, C-A-I-M. All right, card 54, the Empress, Murmur. That's something Sphinx-like Egyptian about that one. Card 55 is Major Arcana 21, the World Ouroboros. And I think that's a variant name too for Ouroboros or things like that, which of course is a perfect sign for the world. And of course there is a little bit of Christo mythology in this one with the cross, but mostly there's a lot of ceremony, angelic kind of stars and symbols in the deck. Death is card 56, Gemori. And of course, death is female, as is the style in recent years. It's an eerie look. The Hanged Man, Major Arcana 12, is 57, which adds up to 12. Ose, that just sort of hit out at me. Card 58 is the Five of Cups. Demon name Amy. Aw, Amy. I'm sure it's not pronounced Amy, but it spells that way, A-M-Y. Amy, you little devil. The Knight of Cups, card 59, Orias. And kind of a snaky look coming out of his mouth there. Rather interesting. Here's a good one. The Seven of Cups, card 60, Vapula. Is this the one that I pulled for a particular friend's possible demonic or spirit communication they were having? I think it is. Remember that name. That was a few weeks back. The Emperor is card 61, Zagan. And of course, that's a demon's name that I'm familiar with. Card 62 is the Nine of Wands, Velak. And, well, hung. Maybe not. Okay, Knight of Wands, card 63, Andros. Andros is a demon's name I'm familiar with too, possibly more associated with darker arts, maybe like a demon of vengeance, something like that. Justice, Major Arcana 8, is card 64, Haures. Three of Pentacles, card 65, Andrealphus. It's a peacock demon. How interesting. I like it. The Chariot, Major Arcana 7, is number 66, Cimies, C-I-M-I-E-S. It kind of seems to have two images there, like, but that's the chariot, right? I see he's in the chariot, so it's the person behind the chariot. Traditional. All right. The Five of Swords is card 67, Amdusias. Ambitious. Well, I should quit while I'm ahead. And then the Six of Swords is Belial. Card 68. And Belial is a demon that a lot of people know from a lot of scripture that will be occasionally quoted. Yes, we're seeing a penile there too. My goodness. Nothing held back here. All right, the Star, Major Arcana 17, card number 69, De Carabia. And of course, nice Star of David there. Eight of Cups, card 70, Seer. '71, the High Priestess, Dantalayan. The Many Faces of a Goddess, eh? The Hanged Man. No, wait, I'm sorry, it's the Magician. Why did I say the Hanged Man? Card number 72, Andralius. '73, the Ace of Swords card. This is called the Sword, so I guess it's just a concept. It doesn't have a demon name. Oh, I see. We're running into an end round here. Then card 74 is the Ace of Cups, and it's called the Vessel. These are definitely ceremonial aspects here. So then the Ace of Pentacles is card 75, the Disc. And then the Wand is the Ace of Wands. That's card 76. And card 77 is the Lovers and is the card ascribed to Lilith. So it seems like we were building up to something there at the end. And you know, I don't remember seeing the Devil card. But here it is. Card 78, the final card, is Lucifer, the Devil, Major Arcana 15. And of course, he looks like a triumphant angel. So I think that's really awesome. All right, this took a lot longer to go through. I guess I really wanted to say something about the various demonic pictures and the quality of the art and various concepts. But as I mentioned, it is the Goetica. It's a Lo Scarebeo. Came out a year or so ago. And believe it or not, there's another deck coming out. I believe it's coming out later this year or early next year. It is a sort of opposite deck, I believe. It's sort of like more the angelic side of conjuration. I believe I got that right. I'll have to ask the Banshee because she's already ordered it for me. But I'm thinking of doing maybe a regular reading that would invoke both of the cards at different levels. Something like that. Anyways, I was going to do another review, but I'm going to do that in my next volume here. This was a pretty long volume than I thought. So thank you for watching the Dark Decks, and look forward to the next one. Should be probably in another day or so. Take care.